Hi there, this is Pastor Ken Mahar of Christ Our Hope Lutheran Church, and welcome to the beginning of our Bible study together on the Epistle of 1 John. First things first, before we dig into the text, we need to do a little bit of introduction to the book itself and help us understand the who, the what, the wheres, and the whys behind this wonderful book. It is, as you may have guessed from the title, the first epistle of St. John, a letter written by John. That is, John the Apostle, John the fellow who also wrote the Gospel of the same name and the Revelation, which ends the Scriptures. There's very good evidence that it's the same man. On your sheet, you'll see some of those listed. Now, of course, there will always be some who think they know better. But historically, this has been one of the points that no one has ever argued. Neither have they argued where it was written. In Ephesus, where John did much of his work as an apostle. It was written somewhere between 85 and 95 AD, we think. It seems to have much in common with the Gospel, not just because it's written by the same author, but because it follows from that. It is a letter in the sense that it is written to the church at large throughout Asia Minor, not just those in Ephesus, but it's a letter that sounds almost more like a sermon, and you'll see as we read through. It doesn't have all of the normal parts that a letter might have, introductions, who's writing it, to whom, and for what reason. It comes across instead very much like a sermon, but a wonderful sermon. A sermon that seeks to teach people the truth of the Christian faith while it refutes the errors that are beginning to happen in the church. Now, we can make some guesses as to what those errors are, particularly in the area of Gnosticism, and I'll point you to that in your materials. The idea that secret knowledge will gain you everything you ever wanted, that some people are in the know and some people simply are not, that spirit is good and the physical is bad, and there's other parts to Gnosticism that will develop over time. John seems to be addressing some of these and some other errors as well, but he's less clear in saying what those errors are in particular, and more clear simply showing what Christianity has always meant to be, how we live the life that we have in the hope that is ours in Jesus Christ. One final thing that I'll share with you, simply to go through that first couple pages and have a look for some more information. If you have any questions at all, of course, please just leave them in the comments to this video. But one final reason why we're going to spend this Easter going through the book of 1 John together. This is a quote from Dr. Martin Luther on this particular book. "I have never read a book written in simpler words than this one, and yet the words are inexpressible." Sounds like something I want to hear more about, and I hope you do too. Join us next time as we begin on chapter 1. We'll see you then. God's blessings and have a great day.